Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And the next video I have for you guys is my top 10 horror sequel films that are better than the original. With this list, anyone who knows me and knows my channel knows that I love the Friday the 13th franchise. And with it, there are probably going to be multiple selections from that franchise on this list. In fact, in my opinion, it's the only franchise that I think that has multiple sequels that are better than the original. And so just remember, this is my opinion, my list. So keep all negative comments to yourself, and let's have fun with this. So without further ado, let's get right into the list. Coming in at number 10 is Final Destination 2. Yes, the second movie is by far better than the original film. Although the original film does have more noticeable actors in it, most notably Sean William Scott and that's Ali Larter. But the second film, the way it starts off, not only with the highway scene, but you got Highway to Hell from AC/DC, and the premonition is so badass, and in my opinion, it's the best in the franchise. And this movie is definitely better than the original. I love the story more, the soundtrack, the kills in this movie are fantastic. The guy gets killed with the barbed wire, the broken glass from the kid, and even the elevator kill. Oh man, just so many great things in this movie, and that's why it is far better than the original. Coming in at number 9 is The Devil's Rejects. Yes, this is the sequel to The House of Thousand Corpses, which I absolutely love. But The Devil's Rejects is the best film of the trilogy. The characters step it up. They're more wisecracking, brutal, and just downright great in this movie. And rest in peace, Sid Haig. But he's phenomenal in this movie. His best performance, of course, in the 3 movies. The third movie, of course, we know, and this is a spoiler, so uh, he's only in the movie for a few scenes, and it's very tragic, but at least we got something. But anyway, The Devil's Rejects is by far the better film. The writing, the characters, uh, the direction, everything about this movie is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's the one I go to if I want to watch a Rob Zombie movie. Actually, it's the number one movie I go to if I want to see a zombie film. So yeah, it comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Hatchet 2. And I was really torn with this. I love the first movie, but I gotta give it up to one of my favorite all-time final girls, and Danielle Harris. I love her performance in this movie. She brings life to the franchise, and I really hope we get to see her in some more of these movies. If they decide to do some more, I'll be really happy. Uh, and you got Kane Hodder, who's just fantastic in these movies as well. So, yeah, Hatchet 2 is better than the first, not by a whole lot, but I think Danielle Harris puts it over the top for me. So, yeah. Coming in at number 7 is Anaconda's Hunt for the Blood Orchid. Now, the first movie gets a lot of hate, which I can kind of understand, but I like the movie. I like the movie. Even though I hate snakes, I love movies about snakes, and the Anaconda movies are just some of those. But I will say, though, the second movie has a far better story. It has better characters, and some of the kills in this movie is crazy. And there's even a regurgitation scene too, which I found to be really cool as well. Although we did see one in the original, but I like the one in the second movie better. And there's also other elements in the second movie that affect the people too. And yeah, it's just a crazy ass sequel, and one that I think is better than the original. Coming in at number 6, this is starting part of the Friday the 13th franchise. Coming in at number 6 is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Jason Lives, this resurrected Jason. He was brought back after a lot of complaints from Part 5, which now Part 5 has a huge cult following, and I'm actually a fan of Part 5. But it's not ahead of the original, of course. Although the original has slid down several spots for me, um, it's still a great film. But Jason Lives is badass, and C.J. Graham is my second favorite Jason behind Kane Hodder. C.J. does a great job in this movie. And if it wasn't for Kane, I would have loved to have seen C.J. reprise the role as Jason. He's very intimidating. The shot of him when he first opens up with the pole, and after Tommy takes off, is great. Also, love the look of him when he's standing on that dirt road with the other counselors in the car. Very intimidating, and yeah, it's a great sequel, and it is better than the original. Coming in at number 5 is another Friday the 13th film, The Final Chapter. Yeah, you have great characters in this movie, some of the best. You have Corey Feldman, who makes for a great final kid, I should say. I love Trish as the final girl. The one little thing I don't like about the movie is we didn't get to see Mrs. Jarvis's kill. That's the only little thing nitpick I have about this movie. Other than that, it is far better than the original. The kills, uh, the way that Jason looks, and we see Jason running. I mean, just running after Trish, and it just makes for a fun film. And I would say probably a lot of people would have the final chapter on this list at least. But I would say others would have Jason Lives, and probably my number 1 on the list as well. But yeah, that final chapter comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is The Conjuring 2. Yes, I love the original film, but The Conjuring 2 was so much more terrifying. The voices on the tape are so creepy. Uh, the main young girl's performance in the film is phenomenal, and yeah, it made for a great sequel. I can't wait to see what we get with the third movie. Some people will probably disagree with this, but for me, The Conjuring 2 is better than the original. So, coming in at number 3 is Aliens. Now, this is another one that draws controversy. Uh, Alien and Aliens are like 1A and 1B for me. I can bounce them back and forth all the time, which typically I do. But for right now, Aliens I think is better than the original. Not by much. maybe by a hair, but yeah, it is a phenomenal film. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. Uh, Coming in at number two is The Evil Dead 2. Now, again, the original movie was groundbreaking. It was awesome, but when they brought it back and uh, did the movie again, just just a great movie, and it shows you how properly to do a remake. And yeah, it is forever in here and in here for me. Just a phenomenal movie. And coming in at number one, if you haven't guessed it already, it is Friday the 13th Part 2. Friday the 13th Part 2 is my favorite sequel. It is my favorite movie in the franchise. It's when we get to see Jason for the first time, albeit it's Sackhead Jason. It is a far superior movie to the original, although I will say the original had some great characters and actors in it. Uh, I just can't help but watch this movie every time. Yeah, it comes in at number one. So, in the comment section below, if you've seen the movies, give your thoughts and opinions, and which one do you think should be number one? Let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for many more movie reviews, and I will see you guys next time. Check you later.